What's going on, guys? This is Chandler Smith, and I just found one of the best, if not the best, loan options out of all of the loans that you can get, and I'm going to talk about it in today's video. So we're going to cover VA loans, and with all of that being said, let's jump into it. All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, I've been investing in real estate for the last 9+ years. I currently own over $25 million worth of real estate, and the majority of that is made up of residential real estate. Now, I also own some storage units. However, in today's video, we're really going to focus in on residential real estate, specifically what I believe could be one of the best loan options to help you be able to purchase residential real estate. Now, this video is very interesting to me because I have never researched this kind of loan, even though I've literally got dozens of different loans. Now, I've had people approach me on it before, and I've maybe done a little research here and there. As I have now dived or dove or anyways into this kind of loan, I've been fascinated by all of the benefits that it provides. So we're just going to jump right into it. All that I ask you to do is remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the little bell. And let's talk about VA loans. Now, the coolest thing about VA loans is it gives you the opportunity to purchase a piece of real estate with 0% down. Yes, you heard me right. Nothing down. And you don't have to pay PMI or MIP, which are actually mortgage insurance that's usually tied to any kind of loan where you get a lower down payment. Now, on the channel in the past, we've talked about FHA loans or any kind of loan where you live in the property and you get a lower down payment, but those always have this additional insurance, and none of those loans give you the ability to put 0% down. On top of that, there's no minimum credit score that you have to reach, which is incredible compared to all of the other loans. You also get favorable interest rates on this specific loan. And to top it all off, you can have a higher debt to income ratio than you can have on a lot of other loans. So this specific loan is pretty much incredible. Like, it is way better in my view for helping someone to get into real estate than any other loan option out there. To make things even better, there's no prepayment fee, and a lot of the closing costs are actually lower than they would be on an FHA loan or a myriad of other loans that are out there. Now, I'm sure there are a lot of you out there that are saying, oh, there's got to be a catch. Maybe you can't get 30-year fixed. Maybe the rates change every 5 and they go up crazy. Well, that's not true. You can get a 30-year fixed with all these favorable terms. Maybe there's some other kind of hidden insurance or hidden fee or hidden something. And as I've dove into this, I mean, there are a couple negatives, like it might take a couple extra days to close because of the process you've got to go through. But overall, this loan is absolutely incredible. No prepayment penalties, none of these other things that you might expect that would be tied to a loan with this favorable of terms. And so it leaves you wondering, well, what's the catch? And if you feel like this sounds too good to be true, you're right. It actually goes right down to the name that a VA loan comes from. And that is because it was established by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Emphasis on the veterans for the V and affairs on the A. What this means is that you have to be involved with the military in order to be able to get one of these loans. And I'm going to dive into what that criteria looks like, but you can see why the government would do this and why the government would back these loans is because we want to take care of our veterans. They are incredible. And so if you are a veteran, first off, I want to thank you for all that you've done for our country, for all that you've done for me, for my freedom, and we all should thank you. And that's why I am hyped to talk about this loan, because I personally can't get approved for it, but I would love to if I didn't have to do what you've done. And what I mean by that is there were major sacrifices that you made for us and for our community and for our country. And so I think it's awesome that the government gives you this opportunity or this benefit so that you can get incredible loan terms. And if you are a veteran or meet the criteria to be able to get one of these VA loans that I'm going to talk about, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I want to tell you that you should definitely take advantage of this loan because it's absolutely incredible. One other thing I failed to mention earlier that I also want to make sure that I put in here is you can't do this for any apartment or for any investment property, this has to be your personal residence, and there are rules on getting multiple loans like this. And so from the research I've done, it does seem like a one-time thing unless you pay off the property. There might be a couple exceptions to that I'm not going to dive into. However, if you're trying to get into a property that is an investment property, from the research I've done, it looks like you can do this up to 4 units, just like you can with an FHA loan or some of these other loans, which gives you the opportunity to make it so that when you purchase a property with a VA loan, you can get an investment property, and that can be extremely beneficial to you, your family, and your future passive income. And so if I was you, that's what I would do. Now, in order for you to get this loan, you need a certificate of eligibility. And in order to do this, there's a process you've got to go through. But if you hop online, you can find a link that kind of walks you through the process of getting this. Essentially, you need to be an active duty, a reservist, or a military veteran. Now, there are lots of other, I don't know how you say it because a lot of these terms I don't understand, but lots of other people that do meet that criteria. For example, you can get a COE if you're the surviving spouse of a veteran that is missing in action or a prisoner of war. There are also other things that can happen that can put you in a place where you can also potentially get a VA loan. And for this, it's a long list, so I'm going to read it, but it says you must have been discharged for one of these reasons: hardship or the convenience of government. You must have served at least 20 months of a 2-year enlistment. Early out, you must have served 21 months of a 2-year enlistment. Reduction in force. Certain medical conditions, a service-connected disability, a disability related to your military service. Now, if you're someone that has served in the military or served in some form or some capacity, it's worth going and checking to see if you can get a COE, because there are lots of other instances that I didn't want to dive into the nitty-gritty. But if you're one of those people, again, I want to say thank you so much, and that's why I decided to do this video. One of the reasons I held off is, one, it didn't apply to me and I didn't know a whole lot about it, and on my channel I try to talk about the things that I do know. However, I cannot express how grateful I am for those of you that serve our country and for all that you do. For me, it's always been something that I didn't really want to go into, but I do feel like I need to do the best I can to share this with you and help you understand it, because I do believe it's something that will benefit you in a big way if you use it. Now, if you're saying, Chandler, why do you think this is better than other loans? You can go and you can check out other loans because there are lots of loan options. But the reason that I think this is so extremely beneficial is a lot of times when you're putting down a lower down payment, you have to pay additional fees and you have to deal with higher interest rates. Where after doing the research on this specific loan, it gives you all of the advantages of putting a larger down payment down while not needing to put a larger down payment down, so that you can keep your payment smaller while also keeping your down payment smaller. And I'm always a big believer in this because you can lock in an interest rate for a long time. And right now, interest rates are still considerably low. So I kind of view it as borderline free money, and it's going to help you so that you can keep more money in the bank. And I always prefer that you keep money in the bank as reserves rather than put that money into your home loan or into an investment property loan, because you can pay down more, but then that makes you less liquid. It ties up your cash and it puts you in a place where if things do go south, you've either got to refinance or find some other way to pull that equity out of your property, where instead you can just be comfortable having money in the bank for good reserves for you, for your investment property, the home you're living in, whatever situation you end up using it for. It's just nice to have cash available while still keeping an extremely low and fair payment every single month with low interest rates. If you follow the channel, you know I'm a big believer in debt, especially right now when interest rates are so extremely low. So the more money you can keep in your bank account, especially if you end up buying a duplex or triplex or fourplex, where it's going to be an investment property, that's going to drastically increase your return. When you're putting literally nothing down, obviously you'll have some fees, but it's an infinite return. So if you're living in one of the units and you're renting out the other units, you could be breaking even or even making money every single month with no money of your own invested, which is an incredible opportunity. Or if you're trying to get in a home for your family, it should make it so that with these favorable terms, you don't need that much money to get into a home, and your payment should still stay pretty reasonable, more reasonable than anyone else can get because of using this VA loan, where you can get a home for your family and it hopefully will cost less than what rent would every single month, with putting the same or even less down than you would have to be able to rent a property. And now you're getting the advantages of building equity in the home, you're getting principal pay down, you're getting the tax benefits, and all of the things that come with purchasing or investing in a piece of real estate. So if you have served our country, make sure that you shop out VA loans. And again, I cannot thank you enough for your service, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the future videos. Thanks guys, have a great day.